Hey guys, welcome back to JC Radio. Just myself and Alex today, as John's getting ready to have kid number 2 right now, so he couldn't make it. Yeah, John's a little busy at the moment, so John won't be here today, but that's okay. Alex and I still have a lot of things to discuss.
Here we go.
Yeah, Alex doesn't know what we're talking about. I say a lot of things. It's really one centered thing, but there's a lot of different things involved in this.
Okay.
The other day, I was reading an article, and this is from ranker.com, so, you can take that with whatever you will, because I know some people don't like that website, because it is what it is.
Okay.
And
what are we ranking, then?
Well, that's what I'm getting to. They had a list of the biggest superheroes and villains who have never appeared in a live action. And they basically were listing, who should be, on this list, who should be in a live action at this point. Why haven't they been?
Okay, here we go.
So we're basically going to discuss our thoughts on most of them. I don't know if we'll get through all of them because they have, I think 17 or 20 on this list.
Let's do, top 5 heroes, top 5 bad guys.
Yes, they don't have it divided that way. We're just going to go through the list and go.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Number 1 on their list, who honestly is probably my favorite after looking at this list, is the one and only Batman Beyond, Terry McGinnis.
Okay, I do have thoughts over this.
Good, bad, what are thoughts?
They're good thoughts. They're good and bad.
Are you with me that this should happen? Because I am all for this happening.
I want it to happen, but I don't want it to happen until WB has their shit together.
What do you mean, together? In what way?
I don't want them to have...
So you think they need to flesh out the DCEU before this happens?
I think they need to flesh out the DC universe first. Okay. And then I think they need to get whatever producers decided to put their input on the DCEU at this point in time need to go away.
Okay.
Just need to go stand in the corner and let them do their jobs.
This is assuming that everything works out anyways.
That is true. But Terry McGinnis is one of the best Batmans outside of Bruce Wayne, because obviously he's going to be number 1. But you also have Dick Grayson Batman on top of Red Robin Batman, Red Robin becoming Batman, which was
Red Robin.
Red Robin is...
You talking Under the Red Hood Robin?
No, that's Tim Drake. This is...
You're talking about the female Robin?
Nope.
Oh, I don't know what Robin
that's
you're
Carrie
talking
Kelly.
about then.
Oh my gosh, I'm going name blank. Who's Red Robin? Red Robin. You have... There's Dick Grayson. It is Tim Drake is Red Robin, right?
No idea.
Who's
I've
Red
never
Hood?
Heard of...
Name me Red Hood. I'm going...
Red Hood is Jason Todd.
Yes. Okay, so it goes Dick Grayson.
Tim Drake.
No, Jason Todd.
Was Jason Todd before Tim Drake?
And then Tim Drake. Tim Drake is the only one that has ever figured out Batman's identity without Batman showing him his identity.
Okay, so which one was Red Robin?
Red Robin is Jason Todd.
Okay, so Red Hood is Red Robin.
No, Red Hood is Jason Todd. Red Robin is just a Robin that came after Jason Todd, who didn't want to just be called Robin.
So it wasn't Jason Todd then?
No, it's Tim Drake.
Okay.
I know that sounds really confusing now that Tim Drake is Red Robin.
I'm guessing at some point they just didn't do this again and it was just a one-time series thing.
No, he's in the comics at this point as Red Robin.
But was it an old thing? Have they done it every time it's been Tim Drake, or has it just been a here and there thing that he's known as Red Robin?
He just decided to add Red Robin to his name.
Okay.
And he's the only one that has...
But has that always been a thing, or is that a recent thing? Or did it kind of go in and out?
It kind of just started about 2 years, maybe 2 years after he was introduced in the comics, maybe 1 year.
So was it every time he's been Robin that he added the red to it?
No, because he started off as Robin and then changed it to Red Robin.
So it's kind of been in and out here and there. It's not like it's been constantly every time we see Tim Drake, it's Red Robin.
At this point, yes.
Okay.
Now he's gone by Red Robin.
At this point, but if we're looking at all of comic history for Tim Drake, it's kind of been sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't thing.
No.
So really, after he added
it's always stuck.
Okay.
And he's the one that was designed since Nightwing took off and did his own thing. It was never going to come back and be Batman. Red Robin was the one that was groomed and tailored to be the greatest detective. And to this day, Bruce Wayne in the comics has said Tim Drake is a better detective than me.
Yeah.
So, because he figured out his identity. So
yeah, that's pretty big.
Circling back to
Outside
Terry McGinnis. Terry,
amazing.
He's amazing, and one of the greatest episodes of Justice League Unlimited was whenever Terry breaks into Amanda Waller's house to find out his original, his origin, and come to find out he is Bruce Wayne's son through some science.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say it's that big a science. It was basically, in a sense, almost in vitro whatever.
Yeah.
In vitro style stuff, but technically wasn't in vitro.
But it opens your eyes so much to what his relationship between Bruce is, and it better supports it. Because up until that time, he was just a pseudo father figure. And then come to find out, it's no, he knew the whole time he was Terry's dad. And he was just trying to do that.
Did he?
I thought so.
I don't think he did, because remember, Waller got his DNA because, he's Batman, and it's not that hard. Not in a bad way, people, but, he leaves blood everywhere.
That is true. Maybe he didn't know. But
I don't think he knew. I think he figured it out.
Yeah.
But I don't think he just always knew.
Yeah. But going back to the movie point, you could have a great young... Because in the animated series, I understood it as him being from an Asian background a little bit.
He definitely looks Asian. It's weird. Terry kind of looks Asian, but if we're going with Bruce being his dad, then he has no Asian in him, and his actual, who he thought was his dad, also has no Asian in him, but he kind of looks Asian.
I think it would be cool to have him have an Asian mom, and then introduce him as a teenage Asian American or just a full-on Asian character to give diversity to the Bat family.
You could.
Because then you have no one squalling over diversity issues anyway.
Yeah.
And then you could also give...
Because I can't say, he's always been this because, he didn't exist before the early 2000s when that series was made.
Oh, yeah. For sure. And then you could either have Michael Keaton come back and reprise his role from the Batman 89, or my solid pick who I want to come do it would be Kevin Conroy, the true voice of Batman.
We're both on the same page with that one. But Keaton could do it.
Keaton could do it because he's up in age now. I think he's behind. I think he's a little bit younger than Kevin Conroy. But Kevin Conroy, after watching Crisis on Infinite Earths, his voice is starting to lose its Batman-ish.
Batman-ness.
Yeah, his Batman-ness, his gruffness, I guess would be the best way to say it.
Okay.
But it's still there, and it would fit the motif of, this Bruce Wayne is really in his ages and not doing good.
Assuming DC fixes everything that is a problem anyways, is this, number one on your list, or you think there's someone else that should, hero or villain, that we need to see in live action that we haven't yet? Without hearing the rest of this list, are you kind of in limbo?
Let me finish the list, and I'll tell you my tops.
I wasn't sure if you had anyone in mind already.
I have one, but I think we're getting him, so I'm not going to say it.
Well, number two, who I'm also super down for, is Green Lantern, but not Hal Jordan Green Lantern. We talking Jon Stewart, baby.
Oh, dude. Jon Stewart would be so amazing.
And, he would be. And as this puts it, Jon Stewart is literally the Green Lantern of an entire generation.
Yes.
I get Hal is the main Green Lantern most people know. But if you're like myself and don't have money for comic books and didn't read them growing up and just really like them, and you just watch the cartoon, you saw Jon Stewart. He is Green Lantern for me.
If it helps in the comic books, they never did him any justice in the comic books.
But the cartoon did. It was so good.
The cartoon did. Yeah, the cartoon did, but the comics didn't.
Yeah.
No justice in the actual books. So,
Jon Stewart is amazing. I would love to see him live action. Get Idris Elba, because that would be amazing.
Idris Elba, or I'm trying to think. There was another guy I just saw that would be really good.
What did you see them in?
It's the guy who's going to be Blade. Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
Mahershala Ali would look
I still
cool.
feel like Idris Elba just fits the look better.
He would. It depends on how old you want to make Jon Stewart.
You could always de-age him a little.
That's true.
You don't have to necessarily go like how far they did with Will Smith and Gemini Man, but you could de-age him a little bit.
I'll take that, yeah. The question is, do you have him have a relationship with Hawk Girl?
See, as much as I would like that because I like the cartoon, if that's the only place they ever did it, I'd say no.
I would too. I don't want it.
But yeah. Any other thoughts on seeing Jon Stewart?
I would like to see Jon Stewart, but I don't know if I necessarily want him as my main Green Lantern.
So just have him in it, but not the main one. Still keep Hal Jordan.
No, I actually would like them to have, like, if they did it how I want them to do it, it would be like the 3 Green Lanterns. So you would have a Hal Jordan there.
Okay.
With the Jon Stewart. And then either I rather would have...
They bring up a third one in Young Justice, but they're all kind of like, ooh.
I don't want Jesse Cruz. I'm not a big...
They brought up? I don't think that's who they brought up.
Is it Kyle Rayner?
Yeah. They brought up Kyle Rayner for like... Because in Young Justice, into the season, they're talking about, oh, well, who's other people we could bring into the Justice League? And they mentioned Kyle Rayner, and the other 2 Green Lanterns are just like, no.
Yeah, Kyle Rayner's too much of a hothead.
So not him. So who's another one?
He became the White Lantern. I'm blanking on names. I shouldn't blank
There's
right now.
a White Lantern? What is that?
White Lanterns control all the emotional spectrum.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but they have to go through hell and back to be able to control it.
I would imagine,
but
being able to control every single one of your emotions is kind of hell.
Well, you have White Lanterns and you have Black Lanterns.
Black Lantern are dead, isn't it? Like
they're just
Night
zombies.
Stuff.
Yeah. Well, the White Lanterns came out of Blackest Night.
Ew.
So, like, the White Lanterns were life, and obviously the Black Lanterns were death.
Yeah.
And life,
that makes sense.
They can control all emotional spectrums.
See, I know a decent bit about the Black Lanterns. Never saw anything about the White Lanterns.
Yeah, White Lanterns are cool.
Okay.
But, yeah, Kyle Rayner sucks. I'm trying to think of the White Lantern. That's who I would want in there.
So you'd want him as your main and have... Well...
No, I would want the mains to be all 3 of them.
Oh, just have them kind of split it?
And then at the end, I would want... the one who's going to be the White Lantern to go off and do his White Lantern shit.
I feel like that'd take several movies to set up.
It would, but I would like him to have
so like long term. That's
what I would want.
So I'm guessing start with Hal Jordan, then introduce Jon Stewart, then introduce who's gonna be White Lantern.
I think
eventually send him off, or do we start after?
Since Green Lanterns are cops, I think a buddy cop start would be great for this, and have Hal Jordan start training Jon Stewart.
That could be interesting because Hal's not as strict as Jon is.
No, and they would go off of each other, and it would be great.
That could be interesting. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, totally down for having that be a thing. Number 3, who I think is probably going to be one of your favorite villains, is Kraven the Hunter.
Ooh. We're getting Kraven the Hunter. That's the next villain in Spider-Man.
You're confident that's happening?
I'm dead set it's
Kraven
the Hunter.
Or are you just like, no, I know this is a thing?
They haven't said it yet, but why put Dimitri, the dude that didn't talk in Far From Home, that was the driver and one of the Shield agents? Yeah. That's Kraven's brother.
Oh.
Why introduce him in that and then Spider-Man's identity and not do Kraven's Last Hunt?
We almost didn't even have it because if you didn't pay attention before, we almost had no more Marvel Spider-Man.
That's true. That is true. But now we're getting Marvel Spider-Man and possibly Venom.
Sweet.
So
you're pretty much guaranteeing we're getting Kraven.
I think the next villain's Kraven. In the Spider-Man solo movie, I think it's Kraven.
All right. So essentially, you putting him in this list is mute because you're like, he's coming.
Oh,
we don't even have to want him. He's coming.
He's coming. But I also think it might be like an amalgam because they like to amalgam different comics together in Marvel. I think it might be an amalgam of Kraven's Last Hunt amalgamed with the Sinister Six.
I could see that.
Because I think what Kraven will do is like, we're going to go after Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. I need to have my hunting dogs. So he'll release the Sinister Six, and then he'll be the main villain, but have them in there fighting him.
So, I guess as a hypothetical, who would you cast as Kraven then?
So Kevin Feige has come out and said that he wants a specific person in upcoming...
But do you want that specific person?
I do.
Okay.
So, his specific person he wants to put in the MCU is Keanu Reeves. If Keanu Reeves can pull off John Wick, who is an assassin,
yeah,
he can pull off Kraven.
But John Wick doesn't wear animal hides.
Okay.
As much as
they're
think
gonna change
cool
what Kraven looks
Keanu,
like.
Man, that's just wrong. Then, Kraven wears the animal furs and stuff.
But here's my thing: you can change that to where his animal fur is a suit and tie tailored suit.
Yeah, but that just doesn't look right. He's supposed to be this rugged hunter that lives in the wilderness. He doesn't get suits.
Well, it's also a more modernization or ultimate universe for Marvel movies. So, it depends on how you
from Africa or something. He's not an American.
He's not African. He is. I thought he was Scandinavian, but I could be wrong on that one.
I don't know.
But I like Keanu Reeves as it, and if you really wanted to, you can make him mute like his brother, because his brother's supposed to be chameleon.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I still feel like it'd be weird.
Who would you cast as Kraven?
I don't know. Honestly, I think there might be a dude we haven't seen yet that might do well.
The dude who was going to play Deathstroke would be a good one too. He was in Magic Mike.
Oh, are you talking dude from Arrow that played Deathstroke?
No, that would be cool too, though.
What's his butt? I don't remember what his name is, but you know who I'm talking about.
He's New Zealand. I can't think of his name. He would be a good one. Dude, I'm thinking I was in Magic Mike and in True Blood as a werewolf.
I think the dude I'm thinking of was also in Magic Mike. I think he was in it, but you might be thinking of somebody else.
I cannot think of that dude's name.
Give us a second as we look this up.
I'm blanking on names. Oh, I shouldn't be blanking on names.
It happens, bruh. The dude I'm thinking of is Manu Bennett.
That is the dude from Arrowverse.
Yeah.
The dude I'm
pretty sure he was also in Magic Mike, though. If I am correct, I believe he was, anyways. Oh, no, he wasn't in Magic Mike.
The dude I'm thinking of...
He was in The Hobbit, but he was not in Magic Mike. That's surprising. I thought he was. I guess
he was the white
TV
orc
dude.
He was the white orc in The Hobbit.
Oh, he's mostly a TV guy, I guess.
Yeah, he got to start in Spartacus.
No, he didn't. He got to start in '93.
Oh, well, when I know
Spartacus was probably his big role, but he started before that. The first show he ever had a major role on was Paradise Beach for $250.
Joe Manganiello.
That's who I was thinking of.
I couldn't think of his name.
What have I seen him in before? Because I've heard that.
He was in the test footage for the Deathstroke role. But he would also be a really cool.
I've seen him in something too,
Kraven.
though.
But speaking of Kraven and Joe Manganiello would have been a great Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Along with Bennett as Deathstroke, because he was a good Deathstroke. But anyway,
he was in Justice League.
Yeah, he's in the end scene, post-credit scene with Lex Luthor.
Why do they put that as known for then? Because I wouldn't say he's known for that.
I wouldn't either.
But you're not wrong. I do remember him seeing him in that now.
But he looks exactly like old Deathstroke.
Yeah. I don't know. I know there's something I've probably seen him in, but I don't know at this point without really taking time to look through stuff. Oh, okay, never mind. I know what I've seen him in. He was in How I Met Your Mother, which is what I saw him in. That's probably where I saw him. No, I think he could do good at it. I don't see Keanu being... Well, Keanu could get ripped. He's not big enough. I don't think he could get
I can see that.
Because, everything I've seen Kraven, he's kind of a bulky dude. And Keanu just... He doesn't have the build. I think he might be able to put it on, but I think it'll look weird on him.
I could see that. And then I also think they want to use Keanu as, a cosmic character. I think they want to use him as, the one above all.
I think that'd be better for him.
Or, even though I think Stan Lee should be one above all, but can't do that anymore.
No. But you're saying
I'm dead set we're getting Kraven.
Okay.
Dead set.
Another villain, this one, a Batman one. So you see a lot of DC people coming here because, one, we haven't had that much DC stuff, and two, a lot of them have just repeated the same things.
Yeah, the Joker.
This one at number 4 is Clayface.
Clayface would be hard.
I mean, with CGI now, you could pull it off as long as they do
not
good.
Not in like pulling off the character, more pulling off a story. Because like all you have is like him morphing into people. So
yeah,
like,
but, I mean,
you could get a story out of it, but I don't know how good it would be. Like he would be good as like a secondary villain.
Well, they talk about like his backstory in this, so they could make like something for it.
Yeah,
he was a former actor turned radioactive mud monster, and he became a formidable member of Batman's rogue gallery, perhaps the most notable Batman villain to never appear in live action.
I would rather have Riddler before I had Clayface.
But we've had Riddler, apparently.
Like a true-to-form Riddler, not the Jim Carrey Riddler.
I'm pretty sure Gotham has Riddler.
Now, that Riddler is closer to what?
That's live action. They're not saying necessarily They said live action.
Oh, okay, so I can count Okay, never mind. Yeah. I still think Clayface would be really hard, but he would be cool to see. I will say that.
So it'd be cool, but you're not sure how we'd pull it off.
Yeah, I think he works better if he had someone else with him.
Okay. Well, I mean, they could go one route because the article talks about how in one, I guess, iteration of the comic, he became a reformed villain and was actually working with Batman.
He was part of the Bat family for a little bit.
But you could go that route after a little bit.
You have to have him be a bad guy, though, for a little bit.
I mean, you could have him as like a minor one here and there, where he like foils him at like the start of a movie or like the end of it or something a couple times, and you see that progression.
Yeah, because what makes that comics arc so sad,
a TV show, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens with that.
But what you just referred to, that comic arc, what made it so sad about him going back to being a villain is that like, you knew it wasn't going to last, and like how they did it, he continuously like lost his mind. So like at one point he's like, because what he was radioactive with was making him lose his mind. So at one point he's like, I want to be good, but I can't. So it just makes it sad.
So that'd be better for a TV than movie.
Oh, by far. Like a series, yes.
Another one, actually, I think you've talked about this one. This is a Marvel dude, Kang the Conqueror.
I think Kang is also coming
for Avengers.
Eventually, I don't know how long down the road, but
so you think he's coming, but we don't know. He might not be next.
I don't think he'll be next. I think the next one's going to be Galactus. I think that's going to be the big one because they're doing a lot with space. But then that also plays into Secret Wars. But Kang would be cool because you've already jacked with time.
Yeah. Or do they do him for a TV show?
I don't know.
Are there any of the shows that fit for Kang right now? Or do they have to make a new one?
He's an Inhuman, so I don't know if you make an Inhuman or if you throw him into Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Like, you could throw him into Doctor Strange because Doctor Strange held the Time Stone.
Yeah.
So that would make more sense there than any other. But then also Doctor Strange has got Dormammu, Nightmare.
Yeah, he's got a lot of guys already. So I don't know if I'd throw him in because he still has enough of his gallery that we haven't seen.
Yeah, he literally has the devil.
Yeah.
Mephisto. So
yeah, I wouldn't throw him in for Doctor Strange. So I guess if you did anything other than like Avengers, probably Inhumans then.
Well, he could also be the main bad guy for Fantastic Four because that's where he first appeared, was in Fantastic Four.
Oh, so we might see him in the reboot for that, the second reboot of that.
Yeah, so like we might be, and that could explain why maybe he pulled them out of time. And so he may not be a villain when we first see him, and then come.
Is he kind of one of those guys that is bad but not fully bad kind of guys?
It depends on what story you want to tell, honestly.
So they could pull it off without him being wholly evil from the get-go, though.
Exactly. Because like, I don't know how you're going to explain the Fantastic Four.
What do you mean, how are you going to explain it?
Like, where have they been?
Maybe their shit hadn't happened yet in this timeline.
I guess, but
I don't know.
I always thought it'd be cool if you had, like, you ever see Blast from the Past with Brendan Fraser? So it's like, basically there's a family out of time. So like they went in underground because they thought a nuclear holocaust was going to happen, and they were down there for like 60 years. So from like 1960 to like 1999.
Wow.
And they pop up. So it's like a family out of time. I always thought that would be cool to do a Fantastic Four movie like that.
Okay. keep going down this list. One of the oldest heroes, Namor the Submariner.
I think we're getting Namor too.
Oh, you think we're already getting Namor?
Because the director for Black Panther 2 and the writer tweeted out a picture of Namor the Submariner, and Atlantis and Wakanda in the Marvel Universe butt heads all the time.
Oh.
So
essentially you're saying we're getting Kraven, we're getting Namor.
Yeah,
done.
And I'm pretty sure that Namor was owned by Fox.
Oh. How would... Really? Because I never saw them do anything with him ever.
Namor is a mutant.
Oh. So if they just owned anything mutant, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
So a
that
lot
could be.
A lot of the Marvel stuff we should be getting soon.
Cool.
I guarantee it.
Okay. So you're saying we're getting Kraven, we're getting Namor.
Oh,
the
by
DC
far.
stuff is all kind of who knows what's happening.
Yeah, Kang's a little bit more on the side of like he could or
maybe
could
not.
not. But
Okay.
Namor and Kraven definitely getting.
Well, I'd say you're gonna say we're getting this one as well. This one is referred to as Horse Thor or Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill. Yes, I'm pretty sure James Gunn already said Beta Ray Bill is going to be in Guardians of the
I
Galaxy.
thought I saw
3.
something about that. So that one we don't even need to discuss. Like
he-
that one's the most like we're getting it thing I think I've seen yet.
Yeah, because they wanted to use him in Ragnarok.
I think so.
And
yeah.
Taika Waititi was approached by James Gunn, and James Gunn asked him not to use him because he had something saved up for him.
Cool. So that one's pretty much done. Like, that's the most set in stone. We're probably getting this dude out of any of these yet.
Yeah, but you take away... One of the main things about Beta Ray Bill, though, is that he's only the second entity, person, thing, that was able to lift Thor's hammer.
Yeah, but we have
But they
Thor
showed...
Love and Thunder coming up.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, you take some of that away by showing Cap being able to hold it. And then you're going to have Jane Foster.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have Beta Ray Bill. I don't know. But I guess that only matters.
Throw him in a different way, I guess. Like,
well,
I mean, he might.
We
pick
also
it up,
don't have
but they might
Mjolnir
not.
anymore either. So like,
Yeah, they have Stormbreaker.
just Storm, and it doesn't have the enchantment on it.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure this picture shows him holding Stormbreaker because it doesn't look just like a hammer.
Well, the original owner of Stormbreaker was Beta Ray Bill.
So boom, there's how to throw him in.
Because by the time Beta Ray Bill showed up, Mjolnir was still Thor's, and then they cast Beta Ray Bill after he picked up Mjolnir from Thor.
So that might be where we get him from.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Next up on the list is another villain that I don't know. They're not the most well known, but they're a pretty big one. A Nihilist.
A Nihilist is a tough one because a Nihilist spanned over multiple comics, and it was a universe-threatening.
So it could be an Avengers.
It could definitely be an Avengers.
May not coming up, but maybe like since they obviously have all these different phases, he might be one down the road that they decide to look into.
Yeah, and he started off, I do believe, in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
And you had to have Nova for that one though, so you got to introduce Nova.
Okay, I'd be down for that.
Either the original Nova or Alex, either one.
Which one's Alex?
The kid.
Okay, so that's the one from Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, that
cartoon.
one.
Okay, I'd be down for seeing him. I like that character, but it might have been different in the cartoon than comic too.
Yeah, but Nova plays a huge part in that.
Okay.
Also, I do believe like Captain Marvel too. So I don't know how they're gonna the girl.
I've heard the name, but I don't.
She's
remember.
in Captain Marvel. I know that sounds repetitive, but it's not.
Marvel and Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel is the female.
Space Vel.
Did you watch Captain Marvel?
No.
Okay, I won't explain it then. She's in Captain Marvel, but she dies. So I don't know how they're gonna do that.
Oh, so Kang or Annihilus might not happen unless they like just do their own thing with it for a little bit.
Yeah, because another big part of that one is like Drax going to kill Thanos.
Okay,
and like
Thanos is already done.
Yeah, in Moondragon.
So they might come up with like their own story if they decide to do a Nihilist.
Yeah,
but because he's kind of an iffy one that may or may not happen.
Yeah, and you also have to have the Fantastic Four there to explain like where a Nihilist came
We're probably
from.
getting a bunch of that.
Yeah, because
we probably got a bunch that'll lead up to what could be a Nihilist, but we also have some things that are already done that involve a Nihilist.
Well, there's two ways you could introduce a Nihilist. One is through Doctor Strange. The other is through Fantastic Four, because you have to find a way to go into the negative zone. And that's the only way that he can get through is through either Doctor Strange or the portal that Reed Richards invents.
Okay.
So,
well, I guess we'll see what happens then.
Yeah, that one's way far out there if we're going to get
that,
him.
Yeah. So that one's way down the road if we get an Nihilist. So that one's not coming anytime soon, it sounds like.
I don't think so.
Could they even do like any TV show thing for it, or is that still too big a thing?
That would be too big of a thing, because you have to have like your main heavy hitters for that one.
All right, I'll give you that. This one I think is pretty cool. I'm not going to say the first name yet, but the little description they put after it is putting the detective in DC Comics.
Detective Champ!
No.
Oh.
The Question.
That would be cool.
That would be.
I don't see it happening, but it would be cool.
Why not?
He deals well.
Or is he too much of like a small character that would be better fit for like a cameo in like a Justice League thing?
He's a small character, but he delves a lot into like conspiracy theories.
It would be better for like what they did in Justice League Unlimited and have like a bit role for him here and there.
Now a TV show would be real cool.
I'm
like
down
a
for
detective
a
noir
TV
show. That would be super cool.
That would be awesome. But I guess another thing pulled from the cartoon: do him and Huntress ever have a thing? Or was that just in the cartoon?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I think they do, but also the Question dies. And then Detective Montoya takes up the mantle of the Question.
Ooh, that'd be cool for a TV show then.
Yeah, so like it
I
would
don't want
play
a movie
out
that
really well.
unless they throw him in like a bit role in Justice League, but TV show sounds
like,
awesome.
He doesn't have any powers though. He's just a good detective.
He's basically Batman without the fighting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we could get into some weird conspiracies in it.
Yeah, that's the thing why I don't know if they'll do it though either.
So again, basically the best would be like Justice League Unlimited and throw him in for like a bit role here and there.
Yeah, or like you said, a TV show would be cool. Like if HBO wanted to do a Question TV mature, that would work really well because he's just like Rorschach.
Yeah,
of the Watchmen.
Yeah,
so,
they kind of look similar too.
Yeah,
they both have the white mask and that's it.
Yep.
No, yeah, that'd be cool. I'd be down for a Question TV show if they want to pull it off.
It would be super cool.
Or if they do, who does Waller work for in Justice League Unlimited?
Cadmus.
Yeah, if they want to do anything with Cadmus, you could throw him in for a bit role in that for a movie.
Yeah, or since DC still has their streaming service, he would be cool for them to do.
Yes,
but
DC streaming do that.
I don't know
as long as your service is doing well. Otherwise,
I don't know if it's doing well or not.
That'd be cool though. This one is, I don't really know if this is Marvel or DC. I don't really know anything about this one. Number 10 on their list was Captain Britain.
Captain Britain is Marvel.
Okay. It said Multiverse, so I thought that was probably Marvel, but I was like, I don't actually know.
This would be like a good, like if they, that TV show they're doing on Disney Plus, What If, for Marvel?
Kinda.
This would work well for them because Captain Britain is literally Captain America, but for Britain. So it's like,
so why
what
is he
if
the guardian of the multiverse?
He there was a story, I'm trying to think which one it was. There was a story where the whole universe was at stake, and they had to go and face it, and then at the end of it, he basically became the guardian of the multiverse. That's pretty much the
So what does that entail? Like, is he in like one spot, like in space guarding things, or does he just jump between?
He jumps. He's a jumper.
So he jumps between universes then.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure one of his villains was Mad Jim Jaspers. Okay. And Mad Jim Jaspers has the ability to warp reality on a cosmic level.
Oh.
So he's like almost nigh omnipotent.
Okay. It says he was bestowed his power by the actual wizard Merlin.
Yep.
So that's cool. So yeah, that sounds like it'd be a good like what if thing.
Definitely a good what if.
Just do like one. Is what if supposed to be like a one episode thing and they go to something else, or are they gonna do multi?
I would like them to do that way. Do it like an anthology series where it just
so
like
basically
what
have
if?
like an episode starring that character and just call it good.
Yeah, that's what I would like it as. I think it would work best that way because then you get more stories out of it.
Okay.
Like, because there's a great what if comic is like, what if the radioactive spider bit someone else instead of Peter Parker?
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. I think it was Flash Thompson, actually.
Ooh.
Like, what if Flash Thompson got bit by the spider and not Peter Parker?
I think this is one you're never going to see because I don't know if it's actually in comics or not. But I would love to see like a live action Agent Venom from Ultimate Spider-Man TV show because I thought he was just awesome. I was like, this is so cool.
I don't think we're going to get Agent Venom because the Flash Thompson they have in the Spider-Man is a cyber bully.
Dude, I know.
Instead of a real bully.
It
so
sucks. I don't like this Flash Thompson.
Yeah, I don't
like
think
every iteration he's like the jock who's like, I'm straight up gonna bully you, not this cyber dude that's like, no, I'm gonna pick on you through cyber stuff and make you feel bad. And I'm like, this is stupid.
Yep.
So you're not probably wrong about that. Or could they just do Agent Venom with someone else, or is it always Flash?
It's always been Flash Thompson.
Okay, well, we're not getting Agent Venom.
And it was Flash Thompson whenever he got out of the Marines too.
So the cartoon did it early because he was in high school in that one.
Yeah, so like the reason
I guess that one they had to. Everybody was in high school.
Yeah, that one does make more sense. Do they actually kill him in that cartoon?
No. When it ends, he's still Agent Venom.
No, I'm talking about Peter Parker.
Oh, Peter, no, he's like in charge of them.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, no. He doesn't die. I don't think I ever saw the ending, but I don't think he dies.
Okay.
I think they showed like a future and stuff where he died because I know they had Miles in it, but that's when he went like into the future at one point. Number 11 on this list, who I think should be way higher, is the Electricity Man himself, Static.
We are never going to get Static Shock.
I know. You've told me about the logistics behind everything involving the Static, essentially franchise, whatever you want to call it. I know we're not going to get it, but I want it.
Yeah, Static Shock we are never going to get, and it's all because of
at least not for a really, really long time.
We won't get it for a really long time, and even then, if it's willed out, I have no idea who gets it at that point.
So I guess we just got to sell for Black Lightning.
You got to sell for Black Lightning.
But he's not Virgil, man.
No, he's not.
I don't know. It sucks that we won't get Static. I would love to see Static.
Yeah, like they even got in trouble for using someone that wasn't called Virgil, but had electricity powers in Young Justice.
Yeah.
Because it looked too much like Virgil.
They called him Virgil.
Did they call him Virgil?
Yeah.
Well, they got in trouble for that then.
But they might have gotten away with it because he got his powers in a different way.
Young African-American adolescent.
I know.
Same
it's
haircut, same style,
same thing. But
electric powers,
sure they called him Virgil because Black Lightning was his mentor.
Yeah,
I'm not
pretty
sure how they
Black
pulled
Lightning
it off.
was his mentor in The Outsiders, too.
I'm pretty confident. Like, if they didn't get in trouble, I'd be surprised. I'm not sure how they pulled it off in the first place without being like, unless they were just like, we're going to bite the bullet and throw him in here anyways.
Yeah, because Mrs. Duffy threw an absolute fit whenever they mentioned his name at Comic-Con and didn't hear anything about it.
So, unfortunately, Static probably ain't happening, but he definitely should.
He definitely should, but it's not going to happen.
Plenty of people that could probably play him. Not actors I probably know because, well, no offense, but I'm not real familiar with actors in that community, but there's probably some really good ones out there.
Oh, by far. There's a ton of people
Michael B. Jordan would be cool, but that'd have to be like an older Static.
I was thinking more. There's a dude that's on Marvel Runaways that plays Alex. He would be really cool to play Virgil.
Does he have the dreads for it?
No, but he's got a fro.
So you could give him dread. You could just give him a wig, I guess.
Yeah, he could dread it out
if he wanted to. Dreads are like a commitment if you're gonna do it.
Yeah, or maybe not dreads, but like
cornrows.
Not cornrows. It's not necessarily just braids.
Okay,
just braid it, and I think it would do the same thing.
You could do it. Unfortunately, again, not getting him, but would love him.
Yeah, too much. It's a legal nightmare to even try to get Static Shock.
Yeah, if you've heard me and John talk about the crap that's going on with the Misfits. Imagine that, but for comics.
Yeah. And a lot more people.
Yeah. A lot more people, but still just as convoluted. One on here that I don't really care to see because I didn't think this would be a thing that they put on here was Hercules.
Get him out of here. No.
Yeah.
We have
For those of you that
many...
don't know, yes, he is a Marvel comic dude.
Yeah. No, I don't want to see... Because what he is, he's an alcoholic, first off.
I don't think we need him. We've got his actual mythology.
Yeah.
We don't need him in
there's
Marvel movie.
So many Hercules. We literally had 2 Hercules movies the past decade.
Right? We don't need Hercules.
No.
Like, we've had him, just not technically MCU Hercules, but yeah, I saw that and I was like, man, we don't need Hercules. Why the F is this a thing?
Yeah, I don't want to see Hercules.
Now, live action Disney Hercules, yes.
That would be cool.
This Hercules, no.
No.
Still loading. This one would be kind of cool. I don't know how they'd pull it off. Mr. Flexible, the Plastic Man.
Ooh, Plastic Man would be really cool because technically he's powerful enough to take on Superman.
It'd be interesting. I don't know how you pull it off. I mean, it takes some really weird CGI.
They've done. They did Reed Richards before.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong. So yeah, they could easily do him.
Yeah,
because he's basically.
I don't know
Reed
where
Richards
you
of
put him
DC.
now. Like, he's
not.
not.
Like you could have him for a TV show thing.
TV show would work. I don't think he can hold his own movie. Like
Again,
maybe if he
when Justice League gets big enough and they start getting into like unlimited territory, yeah, throw him in there. But
yeah, it'll
like,
be a hot
otherwise,
minute for
I'd
them,
say
though.
just have a TV show. And even if he's not like a star for a show, like throw him in there somewhere.
Yeah, I could see that.
It'd be cool to see him. I wouldn't say I'm like super excited, but it'd be cool.
One of his coolest roles lately was in Injustice 2.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He was a big part of Injustice 2.
All right. Well, if they ever go that route, go with that. Here's one that you probably think we're already getting because he's known as the architect of the Secret Wars.
Architect. Mongrel? No. Wrong universe.
The Beyonder.
Ooh.
You're thinking we're going
if we're
going to
get Secret Wars,
route.
we're going to have him. I have no idea how they're going to introduce him because that's a Fantastic Four thing too.
Well, maybe they're going to introduce Fantastic Four before we really get into it because there's not a Avengers movie this year.
No.
I've looked at 2020 schedule and honestly, I don't know what the big movie of the summer is because there really isn't one.
One of the issues is I don't think Marvel knows exactly where they're going yet. I think they know that they want to do Secret Wars because why would they introduce Sword at the end of Spider-Man? But I don't think they know who they want to be the big bad at the end of this Avengers saga, the next Avengers saga.
Who's the big bad in Secret Wars?
Big bad is Beyonder, but I don't know.
Galactus. Does he have anything to do with it? Or do you introduce him as one like they did with like Ultron and stuff?
He's like an Ultron character because
you
Galactus
introduce him as like a movie for the Avengers, but leading up to the bigger bad.
Yeah, I think you do that because, like Ultron, like Galactus can't be killed.
Okay.
So like all of you people that say Ultron is dead out there, he ain't dead.
He's a robot. Of course, he ain't dead.
Yeah, he can
live in technology.
Yeah. So like Galactus can't die. Like, he's a part of the universe, so he
he's
cannot
literally
die.
like a galactic entity.
Yes, he's like one step below Celestial.
So, how do you stop him? Or you just make him go, okay, I'm done, bye?
That's pretty much it. You got to convince him not to eat your world.
That sucks.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
So, you think if we're going to see Galactus, it'll be as an Ultron thing where it's like one movie, but leading up to possibly Secret Wars?
I think so.
Okay. I know you and John debated before whether we thought Spider-Man was leading up to Secret Wars, and that's why when I saw the Beyonder, I was like, you probably think this dude's already coming.
I think he's coming, but then again, that also depends on if Marvel wants to use... I think they're going Secret Wars, because why would you introduce Sword? It makes no sense not to introduce Sword and not go into Secret Wars.
Okay.
But then again, it's also pointless to introduce Sword and not introduce Galactus. So it's like, it could go either way.
They can only introduce so much at the very end of a movie.
Very true.
But again, they could throw Galactus in there as like just a bad before the big bad, like they did with Ultron and I guess you'd say Loki in the first one.
Yeah, it was Loki in the first one, the Shi'ar Empire.
Yeah.
But you're also going to need Galactus to take on the Beyonder.
Maybe that's how they introduce him. They introduce him as like the Ultron dude, convince him to leave, and then Beyonder shows up for one of them as the big bad. You have like a 2-part. They kind of get their butts kicked and eventually go and convince Galactus, yo, we need your help.
Yeah. Oh, and another strength for Secret Wars. Why would you be introducing the multiverse in Doctor Strange 2 if you're not going to do Secret Wars? Because Secret Wars is literally like the collapse of the multiverse.
Stuff. Okay.
It like literally like it picks all the heroes up from every multiverse and they go.
We thought we had the multiverse in Spider-Man, and then Jake Gyllenhaal's character was basically like, "Ha, gotcha."
Yeah, but the funny thing is, Kevin Feige came out and said he was like, it was made up, but not all of that's wrong. So, like the guy,
from what we understand, I guess with Doctor Strange, the multiverse is coming, just not when we thought we were getting it.
Yeah. But I'm interested to see like where they go with the multiverse of madness. Like obviously, I think with the madness part, they're going to get Nightmare because like who else? You already did Dormammu. There's only 2 other people that I can think of off the top of my head. You're going to do and Nightmare. Oh, and we're getting his mistress in the WandaVision show, and that's going to be interconnected with the multiverse of madness. Okay, so
to get through some of these. Next few, we'll just go kind of quick on them. Just quick thoughts. Quasar.
You had to have him for a Nihilist.
So he'd be way down the road if we ever get a Nihilist then. So he's not anytime soon, dude.
They may introduce him in Captain Marvel 2.
Oh, just like have him in it?
Like say this is... he has the Quasar bands, and there's your Quasar.
Okay. So it'd be an easy way to introduce him without having to have like a big him in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up on the list, I'm not sure how they'd pull it off unless we see Ultron again, but that's Jocasta, his would-be bride.
No, we're not getting her.
So you're pretty much like, it ain't even going to happen.
No.
Like, we had Ultron, we're done with Ultron, they're never going to bring him back.
Unless, like, Ultron morphed into Jocasta, we're not getting Jocasta.
Okay. Well, for you fans that wanted, maybe a TV show? Or even that, no.
I don't think so.
Well, for those of you that wanted her, it doesn't sound like we're probably going to get her.
No.
This one is probably the weirdest one I've seen on the list. Animal Man, who apparently was like a fourth wall breaker before we ever got Deadpool.
Yeah, but that's a weird one too, because that's in like DC's... That's like in Doom Patrol almost. Like if you put him in Doom Patrol, like the TV
if we
show...
did a TV show. Oh, do they have a TV show already for Doom Patrol?
Yeah, it's on DC.
Okay,
like
so
you could
throw him in that.
Yeah, throw him in that, and it would make a lot of sense. But other than
we
that,
might get that, and that's it. That's the last one they had on that. So they had 17 of them.
Okay,
is there anybody they left out that you want to see
that
you think like is actually big enough that we'll see them?
Ooh, that's a good question. Because right now, Batman Beyond is definitely the number one I want to see out of that list.
Yes. But, like, is there anyone specifically that you're like, I'd like, it's a big enough character that we could see it that wasn't on this list that you would like to?
I got 2.
Okay.
John Kent and Damian Wayne.
Oh, so both DC, and I'm with you on that. But I feel like they're also building up to that maybe later, because they already had, like, an older Batman, unless they're going to reset that whole thing.
I think the Batman's going to reset it, so...
Oh, Flashpoint?
Flashpoint would be the easiest way to do it, but it's WB, and they're not going to do it. So I think the Batman will be your reset somehow.
Well, then how do you tie in Aquaman and Wonder Woman, since they're clearly not resetting those? Those have done well enough. They're not going to push the reset on that.
Because you're going to pretend like...
You're just going to pretend those happened.
You're going to pretend that Justice League, Man of Steel, and Batman vs. Superman did not happen. That's what you're going to do.
I mean, you easily could because both Wonder Woman movies take place before Justice League. Aquaman clearly takes place before Justice League. Does it not?
Nope.
Yeah, it has to.
Nope. Mira references it in one line, and it's the only thing.
Okay. Well, they'll probably ignore that one line then.
Yeah. Like, literally, you could take it out, and the movie works.
I was going to say, how does it work if she references it? Is it because the whole movie is him coming to grips with it, and in Justice League, it looks like he already kind of has.
You want to know why? Because somebody in WB administration made them say, you have to tie this into Justice League. How are you going to do it? And James Wan was like, I don't want to do it.
So
like, you got to. Line. So Mira says, you're one of the greatest superheroes. You even took out Steppenwolf. And I was like, oh. Yeah.
So just ignore that one line, and then you could make everything else take place. Okay.
Easily.
Anybody in Marvel that you're like, we really need this person? Have we seen Rhino?
Not in this universe.
Well, like, have we seen live action Rhino ever?
He was in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, you're right. I didn't watch that one.
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah. I saw the first one. Wasn't a huge Andrew Garfield. Not that he did bad, but I wasn't the biggest Andrew Garfield fan. And the second one just looked weird anyways. Like, Jamie Foxx's Electro just...
looked weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like... the way they did him just looked weird.
Yes. I'm not going to disagree with you on that one.
So, yeah. Didn't see that one, but I did not realize he was in that. So, we've already had Rhino.
We're going to get him, but I really want to see how they're going to do it. But I want to see Quicksilver. Or,
but we already had Quicksilver.
Silver Surfer.
Oh. We've seen a live-action Silver Surfer.
We haven't seen one in Marvel.
No, but, I mean, ever. Like, this list was...
Ever.
You know, we've never seen these in live action, so these are ones we would like to see in live action. Because we've seen Quicksilver, which I didn't think they did a bad job with in the first time.
Did
like,
all right.
I don't know if the character was actually good, but like he looked good.
Yeah, I will give you that. They were pretty accurate on how he would act.
Yeah. Though, who are they supposed to be fighting in that one? Because everything about No, Quicksilver, was it? I thought it was like a big cloud dude that I was like, who the F is this?
Silver Surfer. That was Galactus.
That's what it was supposed to be. Yeah, you told me that and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, Galactus was a cloud monster.
Yeah, that one was weird.
Yeah.
Didn't do Galactus justice, but did Silver Surfer justice.
Yes. Doomsday. Or not Doomsday. Darkseid.
Ooh.
I want to see Darkseid
yes.
in DC.
Well, who said some DC? We need some Marvel. Or has Marvel just done a lot of the big ones you wanted anyways?
Marvel has done a lot of it. Well, you said ever in live action, so now I'm like limited on like ever.
Well, that's what this list was we haven't seen them yet in a live action role. It gets rid of more Spider-Man than anything, but there's still a lot that are probably out there.
For Marvel, it's a lot harder because they have...
They're just not as well known a lot of times.
They're not as well known. A lot of the X-Men you've already done because they went through so many arcs of X-Men in the movies. It's like you've hit everybody.
Well, have they done Spike?
Yes.
Okay.
X-Men Last Stand, they did a version of Spike.
Oh, was he the porcupine?
Yes.
Redo him. Okay. We've seen him redo Spike because just look at X-Men Evolution and give me that Spike.
Yes.
That was awesome. The bone armor? Come on.
X-23, I would say that, but we have her already in Logan.
Okay, I haven't seen
because that's the little girl. That's X-23.
So we could say just seeing her actually as X-23.
Yeah, seeing her as X-23 would be really cool.
Okay.
Kate Bishop would be really cool, but I think we're getting her as the new Hawkeye. Because that's what that Hawkeye series is supposed to be about on Disney+.
Okay. So it's mostly we've got DC people we want to see, and there's not a lot of Marvel stuff out there.
No. Well,
there's some probably people, because we haven't seen the Brotherhood yet from Evolution. Another one we've seen Wanda and we've seen Quicksilver, but we haven't seen the Blob, we haven't seen Toad, we haven't seen Avalanche.
Toad was in X-Men 1.
He was. Okay, we haven't seen Blob and we haven't seen Avalanche. We haven't actually seen the Brotherhood. We've seen a couple of characters, but not the Brotherhood.
Actually, Wasp. No, we've seen Wasp.
Yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Literally had her own movie with him.
I'm sitting here thinking, who else is an Avenger? Red Hulk.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Red Hulk would be cool to see. And like the rumor is that there was Red Hulk footage at one point, and they didn't like it, so they scrapped it.
Okay, I know we've talked about this before. Forgot. From Hulk and the Agents of Smash, which ones of those actually exist in comics.
Scar, which is his son. That would be a cool one.
I know She-Hulk does.
She-Hulk exists. That would also be another cool one.
So Red Hulk essentially
does.
The blue guy.
A-Bomb, what was his real name?
I don't remember.
Because whenever they did A-Bomb, they said he was with him when he first turned into the Hulk, when it was Dr. Samson.
Okay.
He becomes Goliath.
Looking this up real quick.
MoDOT would be one I'd like to see.
Who's that one?
He's the dude that floats around in a chair.
He's the big head?
Yeah.
Okay.
MoDOT would be cool.
I always forget what his name is. For some reason, I thought it was MODOK. Is it MODOK?
Yeah, MoDOT.
Okay. For some reason, I thought you said MoDOT, and I was like,
no.
Who is MoDOT?
That's our Division of Transportation.
Yeah.
So
I was like, who? This one is saying Rick Jones is A-Bomb.
Yeah, Rick Jones definitely didn't become A-Bomb.
That's what this is saying. This is just Hulk Wiki.
Is that in the comics?
In the aftermath of World War Hulk, a new Red Hulk emerged, brutally beating and then shooting the Abomination to death. After this occurred, Jones escaped from a secret base in Alaska that had been destroyed in a Hulk-like manner. Following this, Red Hulk confronts Jones at Gamma Base, where Bruce Banner is being held. In defense, Jones inexplicably transforms into a creature resembling the Abomination, calling himself A-Bomb.
I guess he does. I don't remember that.
It doesn't look like that version of A-Bomb that we saw, because that's the one they're showing does not look like the cartoon A-Bomb.
No, that A-Bomb, he turned into like a spike ball.
Yeah. But he's kind of cool. So really,
dude,
we could see all of them but A-Bomb. Because realistically, we probably won't see an A-Bomb unless they do Hulk in the Agents of Smash.
Yeah, I doubt they do that because they can't even do a Hulk solo movie without Paramount's permission.
Really?
Yeah, they got to have Paramount's permission. Hulk's in a weird state, too. Like, they're allowed to use him in Avengers for some reason, but not solo without Paramount's permission.
So, Fox owned pretty much anything Marvel that Marvel didn't own except Hulk.
And Spider-Man.
I thought Fox had Spider-Man.
No,
that's Sony.
Sony has Spider-Man.
Yep. Sony had one big one. I guess you could say Paramount had a big one, even though they didn't do much with Hulk.
See, I'd almost wish they would have bought Spider-Man instead of Fox.
Yeah.
Because...
I mean, Sony.
Yeah.
We swapped them both.
Yeah. Because, like, Spider-Man's the face of Marvel.
Yeah. I don't... It is, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, there's some stuff we can see, but yeah, it'd be cool to see Scar.
There's a character in Thor. I can't think of his name, but he's called the God Butcher. That would be a cool one to see.
Okay.
Like, he literally takes out everyone except Thor.
There'd be a lot of people I want to see in DC, but a lot of them would be, like, big bads that we'd have to build up to. Obviously, Darkseid would be friggin' awesome.
Way cool, but then you got to explain the new gods.
Yeah, but Darkseid's such a big part of Justice League at different points, so they I feel like have to at some point. But that just gives us more DC characters with the new gods.
Oh, by far.
I would love to see Brainiac, unless there's already been a live-action version. There was.
He's in Krypton, the show on Sci-Fi, and they did a dang good job of doing it.
I didn't know that was a thing.
He looks cool. Like, look up a picture of him after this.
I will have to look up Krypton. I didn't know that was a show that existed.
Yeah, it's on Sci-Fi.
Well, I'd still like to see him for, like, movie stuff, because that would still be cool. Well, but again, that'd be one that I feel like have to build up to, because, well, it's Brainiac.
Yeah, I liked how they did it with Lex Luthor and Justice League.
Yeah.
Where he kind of, like, morphed into Brainiac.
That was cool. Well, they had already fought Brainiac, and Brainiac had, like, implanted himself in Lex. And but it was still awesome.
Superboy Prime would be cool.
Yeah.
But, like, then you have to explain the multiverse and then, like, why he's literally omnipotent.
I wouldn't be upset with them resetting Flash, because nothing against Ezra Miller. Thought he did fine. My problem is he was supposed to be Barry Allen, and he acted a lot more like Wally West.
I'll give you that one.
Don't swap the two. Like, if you're going to give me Barry, give me Barry. If you're going to give me Wally, tell me it's Wally.
And that was a quick fix. I'm surprised why they didn't do that.
I know. You could have just been like, nah, this is Wally. And I would have been like, cool, we good. But you were like, no, this is Barry. And I'm like, but it's not.
You know,
literally every mannerism was a Wally West type thing.
You know who still would have been mad about that? The diehard Wally West fans who would have been like, his hair's not red.
I could get past that. I get, yes, but at least everything else fit Wally and not Barry.
Yeah. I didn't like how they did Flash time in Justice League.
It was weird. But, I mean, to be fair, I don't know how you pull that off not in a cartoon.
The TV show does a real good job of it.
Okay, yeah.
So
I just need to take more pointers from CW.
Yeah, and like, to tail off your point of why he should have been Wally, we already have
Barry.
Great Barry Allen on the TV show.
Give me Wally West, mostly because he's amazing in the Justice League cartoon.
There you go. We've never had a live-action version of Wally West.
I know. We need that. I'd love... Honestly, there's a Martian Manhunter. I get we have him in Supergirl, but give me movie Martian Manhunter. Screw you, Cyborg.
I want a live-action version of Dr. Fate.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Dr. Fate would be really cool.
I guess my question is on the Dr. Fate thing, is it always Zatara that becomes Dr. Fate? Okay, do we go the Young Justice route where Zatanna's dad becomes Dr. Fate?
You could do that because you could tie.
I feel like that'd be the easiest way to show it. Because how else do you find out about? The only way I've seen him actually like introduced is through that. Because everything else is just like, oh, there's Dr. Fate. Like I've never seen anything else that is like, how did Dr. Fate come to be?
Well,
like, I get it's the helmet, but
it's the helmet because he's a god.
But like, who put it on before?
That old guy, I can't think of his name.
Oh, the one from Young Justice that they said.
That's
is that the one? Okay, so Young Justice was just like, oh, he's done, so we're gonna make it be Zatara.
Yeah, so like whenever you put the helmet of Naboo on,
you become Dr. Fate.
You become Dr. Fate, and your like body goes into like what it would look like if you were young and like fit. Yeah. But that doesn't stop you from aging.
No.
So like when you take the helmet, if it's been 50 years and you never took the helmet
off, you have to somehow convince Naboo to let you take off said helmet because he essentially is in control of, well, everything.
Yeah.
What happens essentially is you're essentially watching your life play out without doing a thing.
Yeah, you're a vessel.
Yeah. And you just watch it happen. It's like a super long movie. You're just sitting there for the ride.
I'm honestly surprised you haven't said one yet. Red Hood.
Yeah, but we all know what I want for that.
And it could happen now.
Jensen Ackles to do it.
It could happen. He's done with his TV show now.
But are they going to introduce it? Because, and I get DC's always been darker, but that's a really dark path to go down. Do they give us that? Because if you do, I don't think you can do PG-13. I think you have to do R because that one's so dark.
I don't think if they're gonna do Red Hood, they won't do this. They won't do the story. They'll literally do it.
That's the problem, though. If they're gonna do Red Hood, give me the story. That's how. You can't just be like, oh, here's Red Hood. Like, no, that's not how this works. I
agree with you.
I mean, that's probably what they do, but no, that's not how I want it.
I don't think it'll happen then.
Yes, no. I'm pretty sure every DC fan's sitting there going, give me Red Hood, but we all know how we want it done, and that's not how DC would do it.
Yeah, the Court of Owls would be cool, too.
Court of Owls would be. Honestly, seeing a live-action Damian Wayne wouldn't be bad.
If
we had a live-action Robin ever... Oh, I guess old Adam West Batman had Robin
in the 90s.
Yeah.
There's Robin. They were terrible.
Yeah.
It took Chris O'Connell many years.
We need a good modern Robin.
And then you got Titans. Titans has...
See, I haven't watched Titans.
And it's got Jason Todd and Dick Grayson.
Okay.
And it's from what I've heard, it's leading up to Red Hood.
I guess I would say we need a better Starfire. Nothing against the chick who's playing Starfire, but Starfire ain't black. She's orange.
I don't really care about the skin. Like, as long as you get the character right.
Well, yeah, but she's
like
also...
she's an alien. She could literally one off just be like, I can change whatever I want to look like.
I've seen with like everything we know about Starfire is she's this orange, super fit, skinny chick, and from Titans, that's not what it looks like. No, it's not like the chick doesn't look like she's in shape, but she's not what we've known from Starfire.
Yeah, and their Titans regiment is really weird.
It's also, give me a better Beast Boy.
Yeah, he only can turn into a tiger.
Is that it?
That's all I've seen.
He's also supposed to be green.
His animals are green.
Whoop-de-doo, he's supposed to be green. And put Cyborg back in Titans, not in the Justice League, so I can have my Martian Manhunter back.
There you go. Now, that's one I want to see a live-action version of. Even though I know we got one on Supergirl, I want him in the movies. Martian Manhunter.
I already said that.
Yeah.
I was like, I know we already got him Supergirl, but give me a movie version of Manhunter, because I want my Manhunter.
And he's equally as powerful as Superman.
Thank you. He gets overlooked. DC, stop going the New 52 route. The comics failed, which means the movies are going to fail too.
Oh, God. New 52. Only thing that worked in that was Flashpoint.
Exactly. Give me stuff that's not from that, and then I have my Manhunter. Because the only version that they're like, no, we're putting Cyborg in instead.
And he didn't even do anything in the comics. He literally just watches the Watchtower.
That's essentially what Manhunter does in the cartoon, but I guess by Unlimited. Before Unlimited, he fights with them, but in Unlimited, he's essentially the Watchtower.
But
dude.
At least they explained why he did that.
Yeah.
It's just that he felt disconnected.
Yeah. It was a way for him to feel useful without feeling disconnected from the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Because, he still looks different.
Yeah. But I'm glad they went that route instead of him just saying, I'm the last of my kind, because, Superman.
Yeah, but he's not a Martian. He's a Kryptonian.
But that's still something they have in common. They're the last of their kind.
They are, but at least Superman looks like he fits in. I get Manhunter can when he transforms, but then he's like, I'm not being me.
Yeah.
Whereas Superman literally just looks like us.
That is true.
So, for Superman, he fits in without having to not be who he is without, the superpower thing exactly. But otherwise, he still looks like us without faking it. Whereas Manhunter's like, I literally have to transform into what you look like, and then I'm not being who I am.
Yeah.
So I get where he would still feel a disconnect there.
And one that we're getting, and I know we're getting because we got Fantastic Four, but we haven't had. I want to see a good Doctor Doom.
Do you not like the first one they did?
No, not really.
It's been a while since I've seen it, so I couldn't say. I kind of forgot.
Yeah. Or Fing Fang Foom would be cool.
I don't know who that is.
He's a dragon.
Okay. There's a lot of them in DC I would love to see. I think it'd be cool if we go the Cadmus route at some point, since we kind of already have with Suicide Squad.
But if you're going to get John Kent, if you do Cadmus, it's going to give you Connor Kent.
I know, but I want to see Connor too. Well, does it have to? Because in Justice League Unlimited, he wasn't in it. We didn't have a Connor Kent in that. We didn't have a John Kent either. But, they could throw him in and just be like, well, we decided to add a little something. Or you could see John later down the road.
Yeah. But
unless we go Young
John
Justice.
And Damian have to be close in age, though.
But we haven't seen Damian yet either.
I know. That's what I'm saying. How far down the road are you wanting to do that?
Well, in actual canon timeline, I don't know. In our timeline, I don't know. Just do what you were doing for Marvel stuff.
They had a blip. 5 years went away.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. I think it'd be cool to see Cadmus in it. Even if you don't do the Young Justice version of it. The Young Justice version would still be awesome because then, we get Red Arrow, we get Connor, we get... Is that Tim in that one?
Yeah, that's Tim Drake.
No, he's later. It's Dick to start.
It's Dick to start, but Tim Drake takes over.
We get Wally, we get Artemis, which would be cool.
Artemis would be cool, but that one also goes into...
honestly, I just like to see...
Sportsmaster.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, this is me basically saying, give me live-action Young Justice.
Yeah, there you go. That's more what you want.
But we're not going to get that because, that's way too much to ask for.
Oh, yeah.
And also, then we run into the whole, they threw Static in there.
Yeah, but he can be left out. You got more outsiders you can put in there.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be cool to see, Aqualad, maybe. But again, down the road thing where, like, you know, Momoa's character as Aquaman has, like, accepted his role and is like, oh, sure, I'll take on his sidekick. Let's go.
But do you want Calderal or do you want Aquaman's son?
No, not that one.
You want Calderal?
Yeah. I liked him.
I want Jason Momoa to lose his hand to get a hook hand.
Ooh. Yes. Give me the hook-handed Aquaman.
Yes.
Because that would also be pretty awesome.
They're never going to do that.
No, there's a lot of things I want DC to do, but because they're going to keep everything PG-13, because it would sell us to more audiences, we won't get a lot of it because a lot of their stuff is way too dark to be PG-13.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how...
never get a live-action Killing Joke because they can't do it without it being R.
They just did an R Joker, so...
Yeah,
maybe.
But that's not in the DCEU.
It doesn't have to be in the
That's a standalone movie.
You know what's...
I've also been told isn't really even, like, if you get rid of the title Joker and ignore the fact that it says, you know, Wayne Enterprise exists, it's basically its own movie without being in DC.
Yeah, except they put him in Arkham, though.
Yeah, but again... You ignore, like, a few minor details in it, and it's not even a DC movie. It's just its own standalone thing. They just slapped some names on it to make it a DC movie.
It is, but I feel like it worked for what they wanted.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying it didn't, but I don't really count that as something DC's done, because that's a standalone thing that has nothing to do with their extended universe.
Right.
That's like, you know... Marvel, if they try and throw Deadpool into the MCU, it's like, well, we got to figure out how to do that.
I feel like that's really easy.
It is, but you have to get rid of a lot of, like, the blood and stuff, too.
See, that one would be funny if they would just, like, make him break the fourth wall at that point. He's like, these bad guys die different.
Oh, yeah,
I don't get it.
There'd be some funny ways to do it, but... That's
I really
like
want them.
Why I don't think we'll get like a live action Killing Joke because they'd have to really censor some stuff in that.
Yeah, just a couple parts.
A couple, some really important parts. I don't know. I know for DC we've got the first one coming out is Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Birds of Prey and the Emancipation of the Fabulous Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
You don't think it looks good?
I don't know yet. I'm going to hold my judgment until I see it.
I thought it looked solid. But, you know, I didn't think Suicide Squad was that bad.
DC has a lot to make up for me.
I mean, for me, if I can see everything, then you fixed a big part of the problem. Because that was my biggest complaint about a lot of their stuff is I just physically couldn't see anything.
You should watch Aquaman then.
Oh, I did. And it was awesome. I could see things. But, you know, watching Batman vs. Superman, I'm like, what's going on? It's so dark, I can't see.
Well, that gets me to another point. Like, in Justice League, they, like, mentioned... Or no, in Batman vs. Superman, Wonder Woman's been gone for, like... I thought in the movie it said... multiple years. Like, I thought it was 100 years she said she'd be gone. But then, like, 84 and 18 or 17, whenever that movie came out, aren't that far away.
No. Speaking of 84, we also have Wonder Woman 84 coming out in June. So I think those are the only two.
There's your blockbuster right there.
Yeah, but that's in June. Like, your big blockbusters usually, like, right at the end of school. So March?
May.
Yeah, May. Sorry. May.
Yeah, but that Wonder Woman movie would be your blockbuster.
Well, yeah, but there's usually several summer blockbusters. But, like, what's going to be the first big one of the summer is where I'm lost. I'm like, I don't know what's going to be that first one to kick things off because, oh, man, I got to re-look it up.
I don't even know what comes out in May.
I had it up at one point, and then I accidentally got rid of it. Here we go. I'll get that up in just a second. I know. Here we go. May. We've got Black Widow, but that's early May. I'm thinking, like, when I'm thinking my first big blockbuster, I'm thinking, like, when Endgame came out, so late May.
Okay.
Which I don't even think Black Widow would be that huge of a blockbuster. It'll do well, but it's not going to be that huge. It'll be like Shazam, because that's about the time Shazam came out. If we're going at that time, like late May, then the 22nd, we've got Fast and Furious 9, which I guess could be.
It has in the past.
And then we've got SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie Sponge on the Run.
No.
And then on the 29th, the only thing right now is Artemis Fowl.
No.
Like, our start of the summer blockbuster, maybe Fast and Furious, but that'd be it. Because the week before that, we have some new Saw movie. Like, there's not even a name attached to it. It just says new Saw movie.
Why are they releasing Saw in May?
I don't know. Why did we release it in August?
Well, that's closer than May.
Oh, you're not wrong. Same week, they also have The Woman in the Window and then Scoob. So, really, we don't have anything until the first weekend of June when we get Wonder Woman 84. Like, we don't have anything really that kick off the summer of blockbusters this coming year unless there's something that we haven't heard about yet.
We would have heard about it by now.
That's what I thought. And I mean, even then, we don't have that many. Like, after Wonder Woman, the next week we get Candyman, which is a horror movie, I believe.
It is.
Yeah. The week after that, we have Pixar's Soul. Don't even know what that's about.
That one will be a good one.
And then the last week of June, we have In the Heights and Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun will probably be a big one. And then again, after that, we don't have all that much. July's got the big ones. We've got Free Guy. We've got Ghostbusters Afterlife, which will probably do decent, but I don't know if it'll be a huge blockbuster.
I know that one's not technically a horror movie, but like a lot of like horror themed.
Yeah, Purge 5. Apparently, we're getting a Bob's Burgers movie.
That's awesome.
Oh, Morbius is July 31st. That'll be a decent one.
Okay. How has there not been anything for Morbius yet?
I don't know, dude. There hasn't been a lot of things for some of these upcoming movies. I haven't seen anything for Black Widow except the poster. And that comes out before Wonder Woman 84.
There's a trailer out.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I never saw that. There's apparently a Legally Blonde 3. Never heard anything about that until looking at this. The new Saw movie there's nothing for Fast and Furious 9. Like, some of these movies don't have anything, so they might be kind of like, well, this is when they said they're releasing, but maybe they won't.
If some of them late to push your date.
I know, but if some of them don't come out, then those weeks literally have nothing for, like, a big movie release.
That's interesting.
I know. It's interesting to see what this coming year is, but clearly none of the people we've talked about wanting to see are coming out this year.
Oh, no. Not even close. 2021.
Some of them, maybe.
Wait, isn't the Batman next year?
I don't know.
Like in August?
Give me a second and I can pull that back up, because I haven't seen anything about that yet either. I knew we were supposed to be getting a new Batman thing.
Or like October or something like that?
Not in October. Doesn't look like it's in August either. August has Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Yes.
So more Keanu Reeves. I'm not seeing anything about Batman this coming year, dude.
Sorry, June 25th, 2021.
2021, so that's still a year away. I was going to say, at this point, like...
I will say...
It hasn't been all that long. That
trailer, if that's real, or if that picture's real, that's cool.
Yeah. But who's Batman?
Robert Pattinson.
Oh, has that actually been confirmed? Like, yeah. I know a while ago we talked about that, but I didn't know if anything actually was like, yes, it's Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson.
Cool. Well, do we have anything else to go on with? Because we've been going for a while now about superheroes that we want to see in movies or TV shows. Just live action versions of superheroes.
Yeah. I don't really have anything.
All right. Well, I think we're going to call it here because we've been going for almost an hour and 20 minutes now.
Oh, my gosh. John's going to love this one.
So, this is JC Radio signing out.
Peace.